At Trend Micro, we do cybersecurity so you can do you. Trend Micro, securing your connected world.
The past year was difficult for our country, its people, and the businesses we've built to keep ourselves afloat. Even now, local enterprises all over the country are still struggling to bounce back and recover what they've lost while still dealing with the ever-present challenges caused by the pandemic's persistence. Challenges like acquiring new clients, meeting the needs of their current customer base, holding physical meetings, communicating with colleagues in different parts of the country, or even manufacturing, sourcing, and delivering their products and services. The truth is, many businesses are unsure of how to keep up with the digital capabilities of other companies who are able to thrive because they can adapt their brick-and-mortar businesses to online platforms or create e-commerce spaces where they can still offer their services at the tap of a finger or a click of the button. In order to bounce back, it's crucial to transition to the digital space. We need a strong connection to a digital solutions provider that can help us take that fearless step forward. How can we adjust to the now normal? Where can we find the digital lifeline needed to give every business an equal footing in this new era of online spaces and technological solutions? As we continue to fearlessly transform and innovate, we must never lose sight of what makes our connections strong. Let Eastern Communications be that very digital lifeline for your company. In the past and up until today, Eastern's strong connections have been helping bridge the gap and empower businesses to upgrade their services in order to better serve their clients' evolving needs. Through our wide variety of high-tech products and solutions, your company can also adapt to the now normal. Which is why, during this difficult time, we want to remind you that you aren't alone. Together with Eastern Communications, let us open new doors and create wider avenues in the digital space. Together, we can all innovate and improve in order to fearlessly move forward and stride strong into a new digital frontier.
Your job is hard, managing risk, enabling your business to adapt and innovate securely, defending against the threats of today, every day. It's tough. We know. That's why at Trend Micro, we want to make your life a little easier. Our unchanging mission: to make a world safe for exchanging digital information, which has seen us become #1 in cloud security, means our cybersecurity platform protects hundreds of thousands of businesses and millions of people across clouds, networks, devices, and endpoints. Trend Micro, how do you do it? I'll show you. Fueled by decades of experience and our culture of endless innovation, we constantly evolve to solve new security challenges. Today, there are 7,000 trenders around the world. That's what we call ourselves. Each and every one of us dedicated to staying one step ahead of the bad guys and helping you to secure your digital transformation. As a leading cybersecurity platform provider, we empower you to safely take advantage of complex new environments and opportunities while reducing your infrastructure footprint. Whatever you do, you need security. Securing digital transformation is easier said than done. One of the major problems you'll face is siloed data, technologies not communicating with each other. Our SaaS cybersecurity platform breaks down those silos, giving you unconstrained visibility across your physical, digital, and hybrid environments. As your organization grows, more and more devices connect to your infrastructure. Trend Micro actively monitors traffic in real time, giving you accurate context about what really matters. We detect and protect you from known and unknown threats that other security solutions just don't see. And even if they do, it means your overloaded team still have to do all the detective work. Trend Micro enables your security teams to quickly gain visibility and control across the enterprise, understand risk, root cause, and rapidly respond to incidents, which I'm sure you'll agree is crucial, especially now as more and more organizations embrace remote working. Although efficient, there are always potential new risks. That's why we offer multiple layers of security across endpoint, email, web, and cloud apps to keep your users safe wherever they are or wherever they're going. We know cloud is becoming a key aspect of your environment, and that's why we developed our cybersecurity platform to aid you with cloud migration, cloud-native applications, and security posture management. Integrating security into DevOps is a no-brainer, but that doesn't mean it's easy. Our platform enables developers to continuously build secure, ship fast, and run anywhere. We offer the most comprehensive security for cloud and container platforms, including Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud, AWS, Kubernetes, VMware, and more. Trend Micro Research monitors underground criminal behavior, infiltrating dark web forums, and analyzing the services and tools used by attackers. We work with law enforcement, providing intelligence on a global scale to help ensure that criminals are brought to justice and malicious infrastructure is taken down. We collect and identify millions of new unique threats, and we block hundreds of millions of attacks against 500,000 customers around the world every 24 hours, and that's not all. Our zero-day initiative works with over 10,000 independent researchers to identify and resolve the latest vulnerabilities. So instead of waiting for protection, our customers benefit as soon as a vulnerability is published. No delay, less risk. Our goal is to help you go further and do more. Our passionate people, proven technology, and global research share the single goal of helping you to grow a more resilient business. Trend Micro, securing your connected world.
Here's a warm hello from Eastern Communications. We're here to present a refreshing point of view that when it comes to delivering business communication solutions, it's time to bring back the human connection because it's just as important as the technology. Eastern Communications is business made personal. It means getting intimate with our clients' needs so we can provide thoughtful solutions to help them achieve their goals. That's why we are madaling kausap, may malasakit. We are maalam at maaasahan. This is what sets us apart from all others. When we have a heart for service, our every move seeks to meet the needs of our clients. Our clients are happy when their needs are met. When they're happy, they're in a better position to make their own customers happy. You see, beyond advanced communications technology, we see the people who will use them. And so, we see problems that must be solved. For every challenge, there is a happier outcome. Every goal is the destination. We see every relationship that must be strengthened. As we do all we can to offer technology that is always solid and reliable, we never lose sight of our brand of personalized customer service. It's a connection that is both high-tech and high-touch. We see a customer who will be glad to know that our connection is as reliable as our commitment to personalized customer service. Unwavering, unflagging, and undeniably strong. High-tech and high-touch. That's our strong connection. We are Eastern Communications.
At Trend Micro, we do cybersecurity so you can do you. Trend Micro, securing your connected world.
Hello and good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Toward a New Momentum 2022 Security Predictions, a webinar of Eastern Communications and Trend Micro. I hope that everyone is excited to learn from today's webinar and from wherever you are, be it in the office or if you're in the remote site. I hope that we all get something out of this session this afternoon. So I am Jason, Product Manager of Trend Micro here in BST ECS, and I am also your host for this afternoon. So today, I'm hoping that we all get the chance to meet all of you in person, but for now, I guess we have to settle virtually. So we have a lot of in store for you today. So as Eastern Communications and Trend Micro will discuss how together we can emerge from the post-pandemic workplace. But before that, let me just go through some housekeeping rules, all right? So, first of all, just like any of our sessions, this is an interactive session. Everything on your screen, you can adjust to your liking. You can minimize and maximize the windows as you please, raise or lower the volume bar, and click the resources. So what else can you see on your screen? To know more about the speakers that we have for this afternoon, please check the speaker's bio. All right, so if you want to access the resource links for various articles and news related to our webinar today, you can do so. There's an article there for Trend Micro Vision 1 receiving the high score from Forrester. If you also want to know more about Eastern Communications, please go ahead and visit their website. And you can also read more about the 2022 security predictions through the brochure. Thirdly, please answer our feedback form for a chance to win a giveaway voucher. You can get a chance to win 300 peso giveaway voucher if you answer the feedback form. Right? So please scan the QR code that you see on your screen. Later we will show you the QR code. So you can scan it and access the feedback forms. Or you can actually click on your console. Right? So for questions that you might have anytime during the sessions, just drop them in the Q&A box and we will answer it at the back end. And if we have time later, we will also answer it live. All right? Also, and I think most importantly for some of us, there's a few raffle items that Eastern Communications and Trend Micro will be giving away. So stay tuned for that. Okay, so let me just go quickly with the agenda that we have for today. First, we will be having the opening remarks to be delivered by Mr. Gian Carlo Conde, Enterprise Segment Marketing Head of Eastern Communications, to be followed by our main topic and agenda, Toward a New Momentum 2022 Security Predictions by Mr. Ulysses Liao, Senior Pre-Sales Consultant from Trend Micro. You may also ask questions anytime, like what I mentioned earlier, during the presentation through the Q&A box on your console, and it will be answered by our back-end team. Our speaker will also be answering questions after his presentations. Like what I mentioned also, after the Q&A, we will raffle off a Bose SoundLink micro Bluetooth speaker. And of course, we have another gentleman from Eastern Communications to close off the webinar, Mr. Edsel Paglinawan. As I said earlier, please answer the feedback form by clicking or scanning the QR code on your screens. All right? So remember, only those who answer the feedback form will get the chance to win a 300 peso gift away voucher. Okay, so to put a face to the names, I've said earlier, our featured speakers for today are three esteemed gentlemen, Mr. Gian Carlo Conde, Mr. Ulysses Liao, and Mr. Edsel Paglinawan. So without further ado, let me call on our first speaker this afternoon, Mr. Gian Carlo Conde, for the opening remarks. Please take it away, Gian.
Thank you so much for that kind introduction, Jay. Good afternoon, everyone. And thank you for joining us this afternoon. Please allow me to give you a better appreciation of who Eastern is and what we do. So Eastern Communications is one of the Philippines' leading telecommunications and ICT companies in the country. We at Eastern are committed to servicing and growing our business customer base as well as our consumer broadband customers by understanding their needs, providing relevant products and services, and most especially, providing exceptional customer service. At Eastern, on top of solid and reliable technology, delighting our customers is at the forefront of our brand of personalized service because human connections are equally important. Like most businesses, because of the pandemic, we had to accelerate our digital transformation journey. And we ourselves had to quickly pivot and shift our focus even more to non-core or non-traditional products and services. So from connectivity, which was our bread and butter, we strengthened our ICT solutions portfolio to adjust the shifts in the way business is conducted and address the evolving needs of our customers. And now that the economy is opening and is projected to go back to pre-pandemic levels, we have an extensive portfolio of high-tech and high-touch solutions to help businesses emerge stronger. Our data, internet, and voice services, which forms our connectivity solutions, provide you with reliable, congestion-free connectivity when and where you need it. To ensure that your company resources, the devices connected to your network can efficiently communicate with each other and other networks and enable you to efficiently conduct your day-to-day business operations. We have a healthy suite of products like SASE, SD-WAN, and Teleworker Gateway under our network solutions portfolio. Our security solutions cover application, endpoint, network, and even cloud resources, which protects your data and the data your customers entrust you with at any stage of the attack vector. Our cloud and data center solutions ensure that you have the right resources to be flexible and agile so that you can innovate faster, collaborate seamlessly, and serve your customers efficiently. And we all know that the way business is conducted has shifted, and our business applications ensure that your employees are productive and efficient anywhere they are. And finally, as your business partners, we can provide you with consulting, maintenance, and delivery services to make sure that you have the right solutions to address your business needs with our Eastern services. We believe that our commitment to provide solutions fit for our partners' needs all starts with the heart of service. And we demonstrate this through our brand of personalized services. We offer the right solutions, choose the right talent, and work with only the best partners such as Trend Micro. For the segments and industries that we serve, which include BPO, ICT, and software development, conglomerates, banking, finance, retail, distribution, and manufacturing, and government and services, which comprise our enterprise segment. For our strategic segments, we have international and wholesale, regional operations, small and medium business, and of course, our consumer. So over the years, we have continued to adhere to international standards and best practices. So we've acquired accreditations and certifications that established our credibility and competency to provide support and maintain our network with stability and consistency. We are the first telco in the country to be ISO 9001:2015 certified, a testament to our commitment to continuously improve the quality of our products and services. We are Carrier Ethernet 2.0 certified by the Metro Ethernet Forum, and this enables us to deliver multiple classes of service and manageability over interconnected provider networks. As a Cisco Premier Partner, we reinforce our expertise in network design and implementation. And as a Microsoft Silver Partner, we are able to solidify our position as a technical expert in Microsoft Cloud, collaboration, and productivity solutions. And as part of Eastern's advocacy in bringing innovative, high-tech, and high-touch experiences to our clients, we ensure best-in-class customer experience through insightful programs such as our Link VIP Club and Manila Connect Kiosk partnership. Our Link VIP Club initiatives allow us to strengthen our bond and relationships with our partners by extending special perks and privileges to our loyal customers. It exemplifies our vision to have the most delighted and happiest customers and to see businesses prosper. Through our Manila Connect Kiosk partnership, we show our support to the local government of Manila in their efforts to transform the city of Manila into a more progressive and digitized community for its citizens. Moreover, we have been actively supporting industry associations, NGOs, and communities in bridging the gap in the connectivity and ICT spaces of their businesses by introducing cutting-edge and up-to-date solutions. These collaborations have given us the opportunity to broaden the technical consciousness of local enterprises by sharing new ways of thinking and best practices through esteemed thought leaders featured in our partnership events. Through our main offices located in Makati, Cebu, and Iloilo, including various sales and operations teams dispersed in our regional TOCs, Eastern Communications ensures consistency in delivering SLAs required by today's modern and evolving businesses. We have over 170 nodes throughout the country that provide various wide area network solutions that may address our clients' customized requirements. We have more than 5,000 kilometers of fiber optic cable installed in key cities around the country. Using our network's dense wavelength division multiplexing technology, we can meet the modern demands of the market by allowing us to manage network traffic through an efficient and scalable approach. Our 7 points of presence and major loops across Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao are designed to run through diverse routes, guaranteeing our customers' links are protected and redundant, reducing the possibility of downtime and service interruption. And we have a long-standing commitment to see businesses prosper and families better connected, to do our part in nation building, which is why our expansion efforts in other regions and areas are ongoing to support nationwide services, especially the underserviced communities. We've already expanded our services to cover Iloilo, Davao City, Cagayan de Oro, and Bacolod. This March, we'll be firing up Legazpi and Sorsogon, and Naga and Dumaguete this April. Rojas, Calibo, Boracay, Zamboanga, Butuan, and Tagbilaran will follow in the coming months. And to serve the needs of our customers to connect to their offices and partners outside the country, we have diverse routes and capacities across intra-Asia and trans-Pacific cable networks, ensuring the availability of low-latency connections between the Philippines and the rest of the world. And all the hard work, all the effort that we put into what we do to make sure that we provide only the best products and level of service our customers need and deserve, they haven't gone unrecognized. So over the years, we've garnered awards from both local and foreign business awards giving bodies. But to us, these are more than just awards. To us, these recognitions are a testament to our fulfillment of cutting-edge products with service that's unwavering, unflagging, and undeniably strong. And a constant reminder for us to continue to do better and always go back to our purpose of bringing back the human connection in everything that we do. So with that, I would like to thank you all again for spending a part of your afternoon with us. If there's anything that we can help you with and your business with, please don't hesitate to contact us through any of our channels that you see here, or please contact your Eastern account manager. They will be more than willing to have a conversation with you. So thank you and enjoy the rest of the afternoon. I'd like to turn you back over to Jay. Thank you.
Thank you, Gian, for sharing Eastern Telecom's high-tech and high-touch approach in establishing strong connections with your partners. Now, we move on to our main topic for this afternoon. I would like to call on our virtual stage, Mr. Ulysses Liao, Trend Micro Senior Resale Consultant, to share with us Trend Micro security predictions for 2022. Hello, Yuli.
Hello, Jason. How are you?
Hi, good afternoon. Good. So go ahead.
Okay, thank you, Jason. So, hello, good afternoon. My name is Ulysses, from Trend Micro. So I will be sharing our security predictions for 2022, so toward a new momentum. So, what are our predictions? So enterprises will ensure the cloud security basics are employed to defend their environment against review of cloud security threats and achieve managed level of risk. So threat actors are shifting left to follow technology trends because they know in the cloud there is an endless capacity to store and process vast amount of data, and has enabled organizations to transition to remote work now with relative ease after this COVID pandemic. So not only organizations will continue to use software as a service or yung SaaS application and solutions, but the adoption is set to expand in the coming year. Even Gartner has seen this and forecast that the SaaS users will spend about 170 billion this year. And because the tactics, techniques, and procedures, or the TTPs, used by the malicious actors are still working, to 2021 and now still working, it will likely still work for the new SaaS adopters. So they will continue to use this TTPs this year. So the use of phishing emails to steal credentials is one example of a method that will persist in the coming year. They will also continue to compromise SaaS applications and services via unsecured secrets, unrotated access keys, unsecured container images obtained by the untrusted sources, and immature or poorly implemented identity access control management policies. So these malicious actors, for example, are still exploiting known vulnerabilities. vulnerabilities from past years, because many environments are still not patched. On top of exploiting new vulnerabilities that will be discovered in the coming year, they will continue to use old ones that still work. Now, sorry. So, cloud adoption is a fundamental element of digital transformation. So it is important for enterprises to keep their cloud environment secure by going back to the basic of cloud security, which include understanding and applying the shared responsibility model, using well-architected framework, encrypting, patching, and bringing in the right level of expertise. Since threat actors are now shifting left, enterprises will also need to enforce tighter security protocols around build systems. And the code that the developers check in, especially if the submitted code will have a hand in important production process. So how Trend Micro can help? Trend Micro Cloud One is a security services platform for cloud builders. It provides automated protection for cloud migrations, cloud native application development, and cloud operational excellence. So it also helps identify and resolve security issues sooner and improves delivery time for the DevOps team. So Cloud One has 7 services available. If you heard about the Cloud One workload security, this one protect the runtime protections for workloads. It provides detection, protection against vulnerabilities, malware, and authorized changes on your servers. And it is a hybrid cloud security capabilities. If you're running on-premise cloud base, it will work on your environment. Another services is the container security. If you're running into container, we can simplify the security for your cloud native applications with advanced container image registry and scanning. For conformity, this one is an automated cloud security posture management. It will check misconfigurations on your cloud environment. Network security, it's like an IPS on the cloud. So we know there's a perimeter on IPS perimeter. Now we are moving to the cloud. We also have network IPS on the cloud. And application security. This one is for those who run serverless functions on the cloud. So detection and protection for modern applications, and API built on your container serverless computing platforms. Another one is the file storage security. This one, it secures your cloud storage. So if you're using S3 on AWS, you store files on the cloud. So it's like having an anti-malware on cloud storage. And lastly, the open source security. So this one is security for cloud file object storage services leveraging cloud native application architecture. Now, next one is oops. Okay. Next is to remain protected against evolving ransomware threats. Enterprise will set their sights on protecting their cloud workloads and data center servers with stringent server hardening and application control policies. So based on the security incidents we have observed this year, we expect to see 2 major developments in ransomware in the coming year. So the first development, ransomware attack will become more targeted and highly prominent, making it harder for enterprises to defend their networks and systems against these attacks. Because modern ransomware is relatively new. So it is very possible that enterprise have the same ransomware mitigation and defense investment for servers, and as they have made for the endpoints. No? Similar lang yung ginagamit nating protections on the endpoint. In addition, continuing lack of skilled cybersecurity specialists is a major concern with regards to securing organizations against ransomware threat. The TTPs used by the ransomware operators will likely stay the same, but they will target possibly the bigger ones, the one that the major targets of the previous year. And the second development was this is we foresee that ransomware operators will also use more modern and sophisticated methods of extortion, similar to the nation-state persistent threat attacks. Once attackers are able to infiltrate their victims' environment, they can opt to just exfiltrate sensitive data and go straight to the extorting their victims. No? So they're skipping the encryption or access blocking, or yung traditional ransomware wherein they encrypt the data. They're into extorting their victims. So what are the attack vectors used by ransomware operators to target the enterprise? So, of course, virtual private network or VPN. Dami na nag-VPN sa atin ngayon because of the work from home setup. Spear phishing emails and exposed remote desktop protocol or RDP ports. So that will remain at play. However, this year, the cloud will be targeted more often since we are shifting to the left. As more enterprises migrate to the cloud, they bring with them their sensitive data and resources. Now, on top of employing security best practices to keep the server secure, enterprise will benefit from strict adherence to server hardening guidelines for all relevant operating systems and applications. So ensuring that servers are properly configured will help defend enterprises against ransomware attacks and other threats. Since servers have a predictable setup of applications. So based on the server roles, it is also advisable for organizations to employ applications, application control. So this security practice allows application to block or restrict application, except of course those that have been allowed by the IT teams or yung tinatawag natin whitelist application. So how Trend Micro can help? So of course for visibility, there's Trend Micro Vision 1. We collect and correlate deep activity data across multiple XDR vectors, enabling superior cross-layer detection and investigation. That is impossible to achieve with SIEM and Then, hindi mawawala yung Trend Micro Endpoint Security, which is the Trend Micro Apex 1. This one is for user protection. That includes SaaS-based security capabilities na rin for protecting business users from ransomware. And of course, Trend Micro Cloud 1, specifically the workload security that protects your server. It provides automated protection from ransomware for cloud and data center workloads, as well as cloud storage since we store data on the cloud storage. And lastly, Trend Micro Network 1, it includes powerful network security capabilities, stopping attacks and detecting advanced threats on the network. Before it enters to your network, you'll be able to prevent it, especially ransomware on the perimeter. Now, third one is security teams will need to be well equipped to contend with malicious actors intent on repurposing older vulnerabilities and exploiting newly found ones in a matter of days, if not hours. We foresee that even more in the wild zero-day exploits will be discovered this year. Enterprises will be on high alert, for potential patch gaps as more vulnerabilities are expected to bring up from the underground. The patch gap will leave unprotected enterprises. No, all the malicious actors are eager to hone in on any weak spots, in an IT infrastructures by stacking multiple vulnerabilities to create new multi-platform threats. So these bad actors are not just planning to take advantage, of newly found vulnerabilities, but will also continue to capitalize, or older flaws, or older vulnerabilities. This will further underscore the needs for enterprises and their partner vendors to prioritize yung patch management. So vulnerabilities found in previous years will stay relevant as malicious actors will repurpose and combine this to beef up, their attacks in the coming year. So take note, older vulnerabilities hindi niya mawala. So nandiyan na the patch gap or the time between the discovery of vulnerability and when a patch is rolled out to address it will maintain an opportunity for malicious actors, who will actually, no doubt, count on delays in the rollout of critical bug fixes to give them ample time to develop their exploits. Now, enterprise will need to ensure that their IT security teams are well positioned to adapt and address this imminent surge in exploits. This will involve providing these teams with the support and resources they will need to take inventory of devices in an IT environment through asset management, monitor security updates from vendors so that they can respond as soon as vulnerability are publicly disclosed. And of course, practice virtual patching or machine isolation to protect any potential threat entry points. So how can we help on this? Again, with the Trend Micro Apex One for user protection. So it will provide protection for business users. And then Trend Micro Cloud One, so security for your servers. Trend Micro Network One, so that focus on the network, and Trend Micro Research, of course. So this includes the world-leading zero-day initiative. I'm not sure if you pick up the video a while ago about the zero-day initiative. We have 10,000 of independent researchers who's doing hunting zero-day vulnerabilities in the wild. And they are encouraged to submit their zero-day vulnerability na na-detect nila in return of a rewards, since this is a bug bounty organization. And then zero-day initiative actually taps on via research into vulnerability disclosure for 13th year consecutive years. Moving on to the next prediction. Malicious actors will continue to think of smaller businesses as easy prey, but cloud-heavy SMEs will come prepared with security measures that can fend off commodity attacks. So enterprises will remain to be profitable prey or ransomware operators looking for huge payouts. But the big game hunters will only leave small and medium-sized business organizations, right for the picking among ransomware as a service affiliates and small-time cyber criminals. So building commodity malware and keeping low profiles. So these tools come with more advanced functionalities and affordable prices, making such malware accessible to malicious actors seeking to augment their their toolbox. Many customized pieces of malware are eventually commoditized na, no, in the cyber criminal underground or other malicious actors to use. And as a SMBs whose operations rely on the cloud, they will need to prepare with the cloud native security as well. Okay, now some SMBs might be even more prepared, no, than others. However, those that are more online based, relying heavily on cloud based services and platforms, will be more aware of the risk, no, posed by the commodity malware on their mission critical operations. Owing to the nature of their business, these companies are more likely to make security a part of their own board agenda, writing in cybersecurity solution as a part of their cost of sales. No? So here's how we can help. No, Trend Micro Apex One, so to protect their endpoints, no? And of course focus on helping the small medium-sized businesses to stay secure. No, we have this worry-free services products. No, it's a software-based solution that delivers a wide range of security capabilities. No? That also includes machine learning and behavioral and more for the broadest protection for ransomware and advanced attacks. Okay. Next is enterprises will strive for improved network monitoring and visibility to safeguard their IT environment against threats arising from IoT adoption. So cyber criminals will soon be joining the gold rush, you know, as more car makers gain profits, you know, on the data traffic, so delivered by the connected cars. You know? So smart cars, you know, connected to the internet. These vehicles come equipped with an array of cameras, you know, lasers, and other sensors, you know, that collectively log driving conditions, you know, and driver behavior. So, including na rin yung mga car driving speeds and distance, the kinds of entertainment media consumed by the passengers. These real-time insights have a countless of business applications for commercial clients, such as measuring advertising success, gauging consumer demands, and determining discounts, no, on auto insurance based on driving data. Driver. So for car makers, this data could also be used to monitor the performance of the vehicle components, you know, which will enhance their own supply chains. You know? So smart car architecture can also be further streamlined if it's more complex data collecting functions, you know, and process are transitioned to the cloud. You know? In fact, many applications and systems used by the newer smart car models are already hosted, you know, on the back end to the cloud servers. So doing so might open car makers to other threats, you know, such as denial of service or man in the middle. You know? So it's another threat vectors for them na naman being moved to the cloud. So to ensure the security teams are well positioned to monitor activity, you know, within the organization, cloud providers, accounts, and services. You know, so here's how we can help. You know, we can provide Trend Micro Network One. You know, this is already in the cloud. So it includes powerful network security capabilities, you know, for stopping attacks and detecting advanced threats, you know, to ICS or OT environment, you know, including next generation IPS, advanced threat protection, specialized protection for ICS and OT environments. This will also address yung mga man-in-the-middle attacks. Okay, then lastly, as they focus on making their supply chains more robust via diversification and regionalization, enterprises will implement zero trust principles, to keep their environment more secure. So supply chains will also be the focus, of the access as a service brokers. So once vulnerable environments are compromised, access as a service brokers can sell company network access, administrative account, and authentication credentials to cyber criminals, for varying prices. So to keep the supply chain secure, as companies evolve their strategies, they should apply a zero trust approach in their security practice. So the zero trust model helps secure the way in which organizations interact with other companies and exchange data via continuous verification throughout a connection. So through this model, organizations can be sure that the health of the users, devices, applications, and services that they interact with is constantly monitored and assessed. So any users or devices that attempts to connect to applications and systems, they need to be verified, before being granted the access continuously. How Trend Micro can help, with Trend Micro Vision 1. So this one, it provides zero trust na rin. Besides of the Threat Defense Center for Security Operations, that it enables organizations to gain visibility across the enterprise and supply chains. You can understand the risks, the root causes, and rapidly respond to incidents. So it continuously monitors and analyzes devices, identities, content, and applications across the endpoint. Not just endpoint, that includes also emails, servers, and networks to enhance visibility, enabling more resilience against risk supporting zero trust strategy. And then, of course, Network One. As I mentioned, this one protects the network layer on the cloud. So, security expertise enriched by global threat intelligence is essential in mitigating risk. Solutions that go beyond endpoints, encompassing email, servers, cloud workloads, and networks, are needed to tackle the different landscape that organizations are facing and will expect to improve. Our unified enterprise cybersecurity delivers connected capabilities with cross-generational threat defense techniques that help protect organizations around the world. So, Trend Micro's cybersecurity platform delivers enterprise-wide threat defense. So, fueled by decades of security expertise, global threat research, and continuous innovation, our cybersecurity platform protects hundreds of thousands of organizations and millions of individuals across cloud, network devices, and networks. So for protecting physical, virtual, cloud, and container environments, so that is Trend Micro Cloud One on the middle. So to automate the protection of workloads, files, application, and more consistently and efficiently, leveraging a single platform with multiple built-in services. Organizations can consolidate security tools and more easily comply with regulations like GDPR, PCI, and more. So for end users naman, the Trend Micro Apex One portfolio, the red one on the left or the right, it protects users on any devices, any applications, anywhere. It enables you to apply multiple layers of protection across endpoint, email, web, including yung software as a service applications. to defend your users regardless of device, application, network, or location. For network, the Trend Micro Network One portfolio includes powerful network security capabilities for stopping attacks and detecting advanced threats on the network. So it includes the ability to defend systems against attacks and shield vulnerabilities with our market-leading NGI, which is the tipping point. Fast, efficient, and powered by data from leading vulnerabilities, bug bounty program, zero-day initiative, or the CBI, was mentioned a while ago. The Trend Micro Smart Protection Network. So Tipping Point delivers high-performance security across multiple network devices. No? For advanced threat discovery naman, if you want visibility and custom sandboxing capabilities, Deep Discovery works across the network in conjunction with our Tipping Point. So the Smart Protection Suite and Deep Security to detect threats and monitor for breach indicators. For IoT, for OT, for OT environment, may ito tayong IoT security. So we call it PX1 networks, that products deliver specialized for network security in OT environment. So this is to stop attacks before they reach your mission critical OT environment. So all of this, at the center of the Trend Micro cybersecurity platform, this Trend Micro Vision One, it is a cloud-based security operation that enables organizations to gain visibility across the enterprise. So you can understand the risk, you can rapidly detect and respond to incidents. With visibility, we have risk insights and management across your complete environment. Trend Micro Version 1 delivers enterprise-wide threat defense that enables organizations to be more agile, providing the flexibility to adapt quickly to new business and compliance needs. So, powering the Trend Micro cybersecurity platform, we have Trend Micro Research, delivering advanced threat research and intelligence to our customers, and helping shape the direction, of course, of our platform. So we have a common platform components. Then we can do integrations, into the ecosystems, including the ability to take in security data from key vendors as well. So almost any threat feed source, through sticks or taxi, we can ingest. So that ends my presentation. So thank you for your time and have a nice day. So back to you, Jason.
Thank you, Yuli. Thank you for that very informative presentation. Okay, so we have a few minutes that we will be allocating for Q&A. So, but before that, I'd like to call on Mr. Edsel Paglinawan, Head of Product and Innovation from Eastern Communications, to answer the Eastern Communications related questions. Hello, Sir Edsel. Good afternoon.
Hi, everyone. Good afternoon.
Yep. So I guess we'll start with you, Sir Edsel. Right. So we have here a question. How is cost of redundancy accounted for? Is it included in the pricing? So I guess this is for you, for Eastern.
Well, I guess the question is a bit generic. If you're talking about the redundancy in connectivity, by default, our connectivity solutions are redundant from the core towards, the internet. But if we're talking about the redundancy of the last mile, then that's a totally different variant. We call that HAS, high availability service. Whether that is internet or that is data connectivity, then that's going to be factored in. So we have the standard DIA. In Eastern, we call that as the IDS, Internet Direct Service, which is our own brand of the direct internet access. And we have that IDS regular or IDS standard, which is non-redundant, I should say, on the part of the last mile, but everything else is redundant. But we also have the so-called IDS HAS, IDS High Availability Service, where your branch or your office is connected to totally different technical operation center. And hence, from the customer premises down to the data center of Eastern, totally redundant. And of course, our core network and going to the internet, everything is also redundant. So if that question is pertaining to connectivity, yes, it is. Now, as far as the other ICT solutions, for example, the Eastern Cloud, it's totally redundant system, which we don't necessarily have to cost in the redundancy anymore because that is redundant by design, and similar to other solutions as well.
All right. Thank you, Sir Edsel. Hopefully that answers the question. Okay. So for this next question, I'd like to ask this to Yuli. Okay. So Yuli, are you still with us? So the question is, with respect to endpoint security management, as most are going to cloud, being agile and dynamic to support flexible working scenarios, whether on-site, work from home, or hybrid, may I know your thoughts on any advantages or disadvantages for going domainless?
Well, actually, it's like it's question like if I'm on premise, what's the advantage of moving to the cloud or the SaaS? No. So, well, in terms of features of the product, security-wise, everything, it's all the same. So, what you are having in the on-premise, you will also get it on the cloud. No, but one of the advantage of moving to the cloud is, of course, accessibility. So you have the ability to view, to run it via your internet, your browser 24/7, no, without exposing your server, no, from the internet to the internet, no. If you're hosting it on premise, no, in terms of operational management, so you don't have to worry about the installation, equipment updates, no, updating the software, because it's our job, no, to update and make sure that the software is up. Of course, may cost effectivity then, no, because you're not running any servers now or any footprints. Less electricity, less maintenance, no. When it comes to scalability, so you don't have to worry to increase your specs, no, on the server, no, once it's on the cloud. Data storage is also on the cloud. So, and then of course, some of the SaaS provider will provide you access, no, or analytics, no, to your SaaS environment.
All right. Thanks, Yuli. I go back to Sir Edsel. We have another question for Eastern. So, does Eastern have wireless solution services?
Wireless in terms of Wi-Fi connectivity, yes, we do. That's part of our networking solutions. If we're talking about the mobile, while we are not a mobile operator, but we are providing LTE and soon we'll be having the 5G router connectivity, utilizing the services of the two major players in mobile. So either that is, with branches without wired connection from any other telco. Eastern solution is using the LTE again, or soon 5G, as we provide industrial type LTE routers. But aside from that, VSAT is also the newest solution of Eastern Communications. So we're in partnership with Pacific as we operate the KA band in the Philippines. Well, not only in the Philippines, but targeting across, all the territories in the Philippines, both land and marine waters or marine areas. And the coverage as well, of course, covers some other Asia-Pacific region. So in terms of the satellite operations, yes, we do. In terms of supporting mobile communications of the two big major mobile players, yes, we do by providing industrial type modems. And we do provide the Wi-Fi connectivity as we support the networking requirements also of the different industries.
Thank you, Sir Edsel. Actually, we have another question related to this. How's Eastern Fiber coverage and what are the provinces that are serviceable?
I guess we were able to demonstrate earlier the coverage, the existing footprint of Eastern Communications, and also our rapid deployment across the other CBDs in the country. So as we know, while Eastern is currently present with our fiber facilities within Metro Manila, all the way to Baguio, the different CBDs going to the north, and we are already present we've been present in Cebu, we're in Calibo, we're in Davao, we're in Cagayan de Oro, and soon, as I guess Mr. Gian from our marketing team mentioned also about our expansion in other areas, like for example in Dumaguete, and some other areas down south and in Visayas and in Mindanao.
All right, thanks, Sir Edsel. Going back to Yuli. Yuli, are you still with us? There's a question
Yes.
here. How can a company with zero trust policies incorporate Trend Micro solutions?
Okay. So actually, I mentioned Trend Micro Vision 1. Vision 1 has the capability to perform zero trust in your environment. No? So using Vision 1, we can provide zero trust insights. We can also provide the zero trust secure access, wherein we provide no access at all to user. No, so that's zero trust. We only provide access to the user to the applications. No, that they are allowed to access it. No, so. Other than that, if they don't have access, no, we should take out the privilege to access that applications. No, so with Trend Micro Vision 1, we will be able to use zero trust and control the access of users to the applications.
Okay. There's actually a follow-up question to the question that we asked earlier. Considering the internet quality we have overall in the Philippines, do you see that being a concern for all push that can happen from cloud when it comes to endpoints?
Sorry,
I think Eastern is
Jason.
doing something
You're
about the
breaking.
internet quality. Sir Edson.
Let me
repeat
mention-
that question.
Yeah, let me answer about that later.
Sure,
but I
sure,
guess,
sure.
yeah.
Okay, so considering the internet quality that we have overall in the Philippines, do you see that being a concern, referring to the internet quality in the country, for the push that is happening right now, going to the cloud, when in terms of endpoints not being on-prem? Is it,
Okay, let me answer. I can answer.
go ahead. Yeah.
Well, usually we push data to the cloud. No, it's very minimal. So as I mentioned, when we push data to our Vision 1 data lake, so we don't usually push everything. So we just push the metadata, telemetry, and netflow. So it's a bits of pieces of data of information. So and that will avoid congesting your internet bandwidth as well. When it comes to managing agents as well, so you already put your management console in the cloud and then accessing the agents. So it's very minimal then. So when we do when we do the updates on the virus pattern, so usually we do bits and pieces of app leaking.
All right. Thanks, Yuli. Go ahead, Sir Edsel. You have something to add?
Yeah, related to what Yuli mentioned earlier also. Well, I do believe, because I also had some briefing about the solution, as we are carrying the same product in our portfolio at Eastern Communications. It's not it's not the entirety of the data that's really being pushed to the cloud. I mean, we have do the payload, not 100% of the payload is being pushed. And that's, I guess, the same approach also in deploying some other solutions that only the control systems. Like, for example, we've heard about the SD-WAN, we've heard about the SASE. Not everything is really pushed to the cloud when it comes to the orchestration of the configuration and all the other stuff, right? While we have the endpoints which are configured and can be simply pushed from the orchestrator in the cloud, we don't necessarily have to have very intensive connectivity requirement in order to do that. But let me also mention about the quality of the internet, as you first pitched about that idea earlier, Jason. Internet has, internet is not a commodity, bottom line. It's not a commodity anymore. Before, when we were thinking about or talking about internet, everybody was just, okay, internet of one operator is exactly the same as the internet of the other operator. Actually, it's not. We have different variants of the internet. I mentioned earlier about the DAA. In Eastern, we call that as the IDS, Internet Direct Service, where you have 1:1 subscription and availment of the bandwidth. So you buy 100 Mbps, you get 100 Mbps, no more, no less. You buy 500 Mbps, 1 gig, you get 500, you get 1 gig, no more or no less. But of course, it's totally different thing if we are talking about broadband, because in the broadband, there is always a concept of contention ratio. It's not a DIA, it's not a DIS. There is a certain pipe that certain customers are actually sharing that particular pipe, and hence there are sometimes that you see higher speed, and sometimes there are times of the day that you encounter the slowness in your internet connectivity. And of course, that is the compromise of the high cost of the DIA versus the commoditized, I should say, mass rolled out broadband solutions. I mentioned again about commoditizing the internet. Well, I totally don't agree with that idea of internet being a commodity, because there are a lot of differentiators that one operator may offer when it comes to internet connectivity. We have different routes. We are, like, for example, in Eastern Communications, we are utilizing premium and different tiers of the uplink in connecting the Philippines to the rest of the world. We are also using the different routes, okay? And in that case, it's the latency that we are actually committing to our customers, again, when it comes to the dedicated internet. And of course, support is also something that I would like to share. And quality of the internet, there's always cost of quality. We know that, okay? But the good news is the internet price in the country is going down steadily. Again, it's primarily because of the tough competition, but secondly, because of good efficiencies that the different telco operators have been adopting in the past few years. Before, you have 500 Mbps dedicated internet as much as 700,000 pesos, 1 million pesos, but this time it's much lower than that. And being part of the market, and we're glad to be part of the market that brings this internet connectivity being made available to more businesses in the country.
Thanks, Sir Edsel. I guess we have time for one last question. Yuli, Does Trend Micro have a product that can protect company-issued devices using networks outside of the organization, like public networks?
Yes, we do have. Well, it depends on how is the protection. No? If you're saying you want to get protected against ransomware, malware, yes, we do have like the Apex one. No, so it's a user protection, no, that includes as well, since this is computers outside the company. So it requires a software-based security capabilities, no, or yung tinatawag natin software as a service. No? So we can protect those laptops, this business users, no, from ransomware attacks, malicious malware, accessing to malicious domains. No? So we can leverage different kinds of techniques using the Apex one. No? Kasi, besides the signature base, we can also leverage on machine learning, behavioral analysis. No, that one is very effective on ransomware attack. No, and it also includes protection for your email. No? So when the user browse your Outlook, open an attachment, so click a link, so it will also provide protections, no, from accessing malicious websites. Yeah, that's it. So for mobile devices, let's say company issued a tablet, smartphones. No, we also have mobile security that you can install on your devices. No, so it's like putting an anti-malware solution in your tablets or smartphones. No, so this can work on Apple devices and Android. So other than Apex One and mobile security, so that will also protect your company issued computers.
All right. Thank you, Yuli. Thank you, Sir Edsel. So we'll proceed to the next segment of our session for today. I'll call you again later, Sir Edsel, for our closing remarks. So for the meantime, we'll go ahead with our raffle. So the other exciting part of this afternoon. Okay, so first off, we are giving away what we call a desk starter pack. Okay, this is courtesy of Eastern Communication. Okay, so let me flash that on your screen. Okay, so I think we already have the names in our raffle wall. So let's go ahead for our first winner of our desk starter pack. So it's a laptop stand, a leather laptop mat, and a pillow blanket. Okay. So our first winner is Mr. Alexander Tabalanza. Sir Alexander Tabalanza. Okay. For our next winner of our desk starter pack, it's Miss Araceli Chico. Okay, so let's go ahead and spin. So for one winner of Bose SoundLink micro Bluetooth speaker. It's Mr. Michael Valentino. Congratulations, Sir Michael Valentino. Congratulations to all our winners this afternoon. Okay, so as promised, before we let you go, I would like to call back Mr. Edsel Paglinawan, Head of Product and Innovation at Eastern Communications, for the closing remarks. Edsel?
Thank you again, Jason. Thank you. And again, good afternoon to everybody. Thanks to my colleagues from Eastern Communications, Mr. Gian Conde, and of course to our partner from Trend Micro, Yuli Liao, that's very, very insightful trends on cybersecurity today. Your research and the developments you have in Trend Micro really means a lot to all of us in here. Indeed, the new digital technologies present us with astonishing possibilities, but also with these unforeseen threats. We can either master these inventions for good, or we can allow their darker potentials to be harnessed by many dark actors. So to ensure that technology is a force for good that is vital, it is indeed vital that we all, whether you are in technology organization or otherwise, we should collaborate together. At Trend Micro and at Eastern Communications, together with you, we believe our partnership can ensure this end. So by working together, we can ensure that this digital revolution brings with it the kind of technologies that we urgently need, those that help us tackle our collective challenges, making our businesses flourish more and make life easier for the many. So you may contact any of our account managers should you be interested in knowing more of our solutions. Maraming salamat po uli. It's great to see you again. And despite what's happening around, with COVID still around and with the ongoing war, let's still keep on inspiring each other. Good afternoon, everybody.
Thank you, Sir Edsel. All right. So thank you again, Yuli, Gian, and Sir Edsel for the informative presentations this afternoon. And we hope everyone was able to learn and will emerge from this webinar, as Sir Edsel mentioned. So take away the valuable insights that you got from the session, and hopefully we can shift gears once again to the world as the world finds its footing in yet another new normal, one that prioritizes the hybrid work model and is hopefully at the tail end of the global health crisis. So just a reminder for everyone, please don't forget to check the resource list and click the feedback form to answer via your laptop, or scan the QR code that you see on your screens using your mobile phone to get a chance to win a 300 peso giveaway voucher. So for also those who have questions earlier that we were not able to answer, please use the feedback form to ask your questions so we can get back to you. All right? So once again, thank you, and please have a nice day and stay safe.
The past year was difficult for our country, its people, and the businesses we've built to keep ourselves afloat. Even now, local enterprises all over the country are still struggling to bounce back and recover what they've lost while still dealing with the ever-present challenges caused by the pandemic's persistence. Challenges like acquiring new clients, meeting the needs of their current customer base, holding physical meetings, communicating with colleagues in different parts of the country, or even manufacturing, sourcing, and delivering their products and services. The truth is, many businesses are unsure of how to keep up with the digital capabilities of other companies who are able to thrive because they can adapt their brick-and-mortar businesses to online platforms or create e-commerce spaces where they can still offer their services at the tap of a finger or a click of the button. In order to bounce back, it's crucial to transition to the digital space. We need a strong connection to a digital solutions provider that can help us take that fearless step forward. How can we adjust to the now normal? Where can we find the digital lifeline needed to give every business an equal footing in this new era of online spaces and technological solutions? As we continue to fearlessly transform and innovate, we must never lose sight of what makes our connections strong. Let Eastern Communications be that very digital lifeline for your company. In the past and up until today, Eastern's strong connections have been helping bridge the gap and empower businesses to upgrade their services in order to better serve their clients' evolving needs. Through our wide variety of high-tech products and solutions, your company can also adapt to the now normal. Which is why, during this difficult time, we want to remind you that you aren't alone. Together with Eastern Communications, let us open new doors and create wider avenues in the digital space. Together, we can all innovate and improve in order to fearlessly move forward and stride strong into a new digital frontier.
Your job is hard, managing risk, enabling your business to adapt and innovate securely, defending against the threats of today, every day. It's tough. We know. That's why at Trend Micro, we want to make your life a little easier. Our unchanging mission: to make a world safe for exchanging digital information, which has seen us become #1 in cloud security, means our cybersecurity platform protects hundreds of thousands of businesses and millions of people across clouds, networks, devices, and endpoints. Trend Micro, how do you do it? I'll show you. Fueled by decades of experience and our culture of endless innovation, we constantly evolve to solve new security challenges. Today, there are 7,000 trenders around the world. That's what we call ourselves. Each and every one of us dedicated to staying one step ahead of the bad guys and helping you to secure your digital transformation. As a leading cybersecurity platform provider, we empower you to safely take advantage of complex new environments and opportunities while reducing your infrastructure footprint. Whatever you do, you need security. Securing digital transformation is easier said than done. One of the major problems you'll face is siloed data, technologies not communicating with each other. Our SaaS cybersecurity platform breaks down those silos, giving you unconstrained visibility across your physical, digital, and hybrid environments. As your organization grows, more and more devices connect to your infrastructure. Trend Micro actively monitors traffic in real time, giving you accurate context about what really matters. We detect and protect you from known and unknown threats that other security solutions just don't see. And even if they do, it means your overloaded team still have to do all the detective work. Trend Micro enables your security teams to quickly gain visibility and control across the enterprise, understand risk, root cause, and rapidly respond to incidents, which I'm sure you'll agree is crucial, especially now as more and more organizations embrace remote working. Although efficient, there are always potential new risks. That's why we offer multiple layers of security across endpoint, email, web, and cloud apps to keep your users safe wherever they are or wherever they're going. We know cloud is becoming a key aspect of your environment, and that's why we developed our cybersecurity platform to aid you with cloud migration, cloud-native applications, and security posture management. Integrating security into DevOps is a no-brainer, but that doesn't mean it's easy. Our platform enables developers to continuously build secure, ship fast, and run anywhere. We offer the most comprehensive security for cloud and container platforms, including Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud, AWS, Kubernetes, VMware, and more. Trend Micro Research monitors underground criminal behavior, infiltrating dark web forums, and analyzing the services and tools used by attackers. We work with law enforcement, providing intelligence on a global scale to help ensure that criminals are brought to justice and malicious infrastructure is taken down. We collect and identify millions of new unique threats, and we block hundreds of millions of attacks against 500,000 customers around the world every 24 hours. And that's not all. Our zero-day initiative works with over 10,000 independent researchers to identify and resolve the latest vulnerabilities. So instead of waiting for protection, our customers benefit as soon as a vulnerability is published. No delay, less risk.
Our goal is to help you go further and do more. Our passionate people, proven technology, and global research share the single goal of helping you to grow a more resilient business. Trend Micro, securing your connected world.
Here's a warm hello from Eastern Communications. We're here to present a refreshing point of view that when it comes to delivering business communication solutions, it's time to bring back the human connection because it's just as important as the technology. Eastern Communications is business made personal. It means getting intimate with our clients' needs so we can provide thoughtful solutions to help them achieve their goals. That's why we are madaling kausap, may malasakit. We are maalam at maaasahan. This is what sets us apart from all others. When we have a heart for service, our every move seeks to meet the needs of our clients. Our clients are happy when their needs are met. When they're happy, they're in a better position to make their own customers happy. You see, beyond advanced communications technology, we see the people who will use them. And so, we see problems that must be solved. For every challenge, there is a happier outcome. Every goal is the destination. We see every relationship that must be strengthened. As we do all we can to offer technology that is always solid and reliable, we never lose sight of our brand of personalized customer service. It's a connection that is both high-tech and high-touch. We see a customer who will be glad to know that our connection is as reliable as our commitment to personalized customer service. Unwavering, unflagging, and undeniably strong. High-tech and high-touch. That's our strong connection. We are Eastern Communications.